Hello, I'm Geoffrey Kent, and I am the director of The Liar. Yeah, The Liar, adapted by David Ives from an old French play, is basically a story about a young man who comes to town looking for love, also looking for adventure, but with a predilection to tell giant lies even when they are not necessary. And he has a servant whose weakness is that he cannot tell a lie, and comedy ensues from that. Directing a comedy is a lot of throwing things at the wall to see what sticks and what gets a real laugh from each other. So when we rehearse in the room with the play itself is quite funny, and then there's also every production's unique in terms of the humor that production finds. So the way our production found the humor that's unique to us is by I encourage the actors to do things to make the other actors laugh. Because I believe the act of trying to make your scene partner laugh will generally inherently become a joke that will be funny to the audience because it's the same idea. And also if we can make each other laugh, we at least know it's funny. If no one's laughing, we cut the joke, right? So I think part of creating comedy is about making a room where the actors are not afraid to try something really big and just see if it gets a laugh. And when you're dealing with a comedy like The Liar, the audience becomes the scene partner that has no lines, but is in the scene as its own entity, which means every night you got to be listening to them and see where they're at, and you can't ignore them. You do so at your own peril. So sometimes our show, the lights come up and there's a raucous round of applause for the actor that is just standing there in light before they have spoken. That is going to be a different evening in the theater if it's silence. Doesn't mean that the night's going to fail and that the actors give up or they don't play the laughs. It's just that what they're going to do is play the story, and you're going to blow on the story like kindling, and then slowly you're going to get some sparks. You're going to get some titters and some small laughs. And then slowly, if you give them space to laugh and you don't talk over it so they become afraid to laugh because they're worried to lose a line, you just pause and let them come in. They'll start to get the confidence that if they laugh, they won't miss anything. I think you should trust that a production of The Liar, certainly our production of The Liar, is going to have a joke for you that speaks to you, that laughs to you, that feels personal, like we wrote it for you. Because the jokes are coming off at about 1 a minute over the course of the length of the play, we're throwing a lot of darts at the comedy board and they're invariably going to stick. So I think an audience should really expect to be able to participate in this play, be spoken directly to as members of the story of this play, and have that shared experience that we all missed during the pandemic. The idea of laughing together at something, I think, is wonderfully cathartic. So I think that they're going to find that they feel connected to the people around them by the fact that they all laughed at the same joke. That's my hope.